Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Aries, and this here is Joe Bob McGee, the redneck hillbilly from Kentucky who likes his cigars.
Give me another beer.
I'm having sausage heart right now.
Sorry, that's not my personality at all. Just felt like doing that. That's the way that is my personality. Do what I want when I want, if it feels like I want to do it.
So, today's topic is going to be random again because we didn't pull up anything to...
Random? I don't know if it's going to be terribly random. Why don't we just do an update of how we've been? It's been a while since we've done that.
Little Moppy wants to be picked up, so I better...
Yeah, he's been kind of depressed lately.
It's the biscuits. He's not getting his usual biscuits, I think. This guy is my little biscuit.
Well, also, I think it's the sun and the heat and everything. He's got to be active out in it.
And if you notice there in the corner, alert. Tomorrow there's a fire watch.
Oh, yes, actually, it's going like all week.
Well, it just came up today. It said it starts tomorrow morning. But here
See,
is
dogs
Moppy.
can get sunburned too, and he's had to go out with me a lot, and I don't know if you could tell, but actually I'm pretty badly burned.
He's a service dog for some
I
of
was
you.
actually nearly Lobster Man yesterday.
Lobster Man! I'm evil and I know it!
If I got
Lobster
sunburned
Man.
that bad, think of what he's going through. And I keep him in a little cart, and I keep him covered because I think it's bad on his paws and everything, and... So I kind of pamper him and push him around town rather than making him walk.
He wants to be on the camera too.
Well, he's going to have to wait. So, anyways, can we get to our video?
Yes.
You've been kissing him for like a minute without talking or anything.
Well, you go first.
Okay. Well, he's just interfering with me today. But, anyways, let's see. My major influences right now and what's been driving me is, of course, cigars for one. And for two, baseball. I've been back playing the show. After all, I can't stay away from baseball during baseball season that much. Looking forward to the remainder of the Stanley Cup. Go Kings. You're up 2 games. I can't wait to see how this comes out.
That's why the NHL page was reset on my Google thing. You went there. I had to reset it back to the fly fishing shops I like.
That could very well be.
Yeah?
I mean, because I had to check how the standings are going. Oh, he got into the picture. See?
Hello, Barkamoo.
So, anyways, I'm really looking forward to the Stanley Cup finishing and how that comes out. I hope the Kings win. As baseball goes, I don't even know what's going on in baseball right now other than the fact I'm playing MLB The Show, which is more realistic to me because I can't get any baseball news out here unless I want to be online all day trying to search up box scores, and that's kind of tedious to have to find every day. If it was in a newspaper, I'd just turn into it. If I was getting it on TV, I'd watch games, but we don't get it on TV, we don't get it in the newspaper. It's like we're a baseball-free zone out here in central Washington.
Well,
where
we can, but the problem is...
Of course, there's the internet, but...
No, talking about MLB TV, the problem is it's $30 a month, and you get to watch it 3 hours after the game is done.
Yeah, which always kind of poisoned me. I didn't want to watch the games after knowing the outcomes. So, it's like, what's the point of that? Anyways, still waiting for my cigar sampler to come. We've gotten to try some new little shorties here. Victor Sinclair Primeros. They ain't bad. They're pretty decent for a short smoke. It depends on the weather conditions when you're outside.
Incoming message.
Every flavor's been different so far, and some of them haven't hit, and some of them have hit. Then we've got some Gurkha sampler back here to get into, and then I'm looking forward to mine that has some aging room in it, some other stuff. Yeah, you're gonna show yours. Mine should be coming next week. I got a sleep study I got to go do next week, and I'm afraid that my stuff's going to come while I'm at the sleep study, and I won't have my dog with me, which really upsets me because he's always with me, because he's a service dog, if you didn't know. I have seizure disorder and blackouts and stuff. I don't know, I guess I'm just killing time at this point, trying to figure out what to do with my life. Enjoying cooking. I made homemade pizza last night, doing brats at the park today. Part of why I got this shirt, grilling and everything, and July coming up, I figured, heck, I love grilling, and so this is my new barbecue shirt, and since doing a barbecue, I'm wearing this shirt. So, probably only keep this shirt around for wearing when I go and do barbecues. That'll be the point and purpose of it. Let's see. 17th is coming up, and the 17th we're having dinner with a friend of ours. She'll be having chicken tikka masala with us. On the 19th we have an inspection of our apartment, so we got a lot of cleaning to do to get suited up for that.
I wanted to say we're going to be trying some new brats today. It's called the New Brats by Johnsonville, limited edition. It's called the Chipotle and Monterey Jack Bratwursts right here. If I like them, I will be buying some more next week.
Yeah, we're suckers for when we see something new having to try it. We just got done trying some Swiss wursts from Johnsonville's butcher shop. They tasted more like a hot dog with a little extra flavoring to it. I couldn't even tell there was Swiss cheese in it. They might have been okay on a grill. I mean, the flavor was pretty decent. It's just I couldn't noticeably detect Swiss cheese. And it tasted like a glorified hot dog for the most part.
That's what I thought. And then
I wouldn't pay the money for them again, but it was worth giving a try.
And then we tried some other bratwursts, or sausages too.
Yeah, but we already did a video on those. We didn't on the Swiss wurst, so we include that in this one.
The Swiss wurst wasn't bad.
The other ones were some Harley Davidson brand ones.
Those weren't bad.
Harley Davidson Roadhouse or something.
Yeah, Roadhouse.
One was habanero cheddar, which had no spice whatsoever. Actually, it took 3 of them for me to actually start to detect any spice. Well, most people aren't going to eat 3 in one setting, so that's kind of bad to take that long to notice any flavor in it. They were actually pretty good. They just didn't taste like habaneros. What are you doing?
Apple.
Oh, apple. Then on top of that, the other one we tried was the Tuscan Inspired, which was awesome.
It was a chicken sausage.
I would recommend that one to anyone. That was just absolutely amazingly good sausage. And talking about other things in my life, I got some movies coming from Amazon, mostly baseball movies. I kind of did 2 themes, though, total. I'm getting 42... Soul of the Game, which is a Satchel Paige story. 42 is a Jackie Robinson story. And then A League of Their Own. And then I got some Johnny Depp movies coming between Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or whatever it's called, and Alice in Wonderland that he did. Only because I got the wrong Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I got the Gene Wilder one, and was like, oh, I thought that was the Johnny Depp one, and I've been wanting to see that. So I just felt like I had to order it.
What?
Okay.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Speaking of Amazon Prime, we just watched the A-Team movie. I got to give that thumbs up. In fact, I thought it was a very good movie. I think the only problem with it is they put way too much face in it, and not enough
Hannibal, Murdoch, or B.A.
Yeah, the 3 of them they kind of really put on the back burner. They kind of did a lot with Murdoch, but they made him more insane than he actually was in the show, which he was insane, but not that insane. So, honestly, there just wasn't enough Hannibal or B.A. That's right?
Yeah, Brock.
I keep wanting to say Brock.
Baraka.
Yeah, or something like that.
B.A. Baracus.
Baracus, that's it. Too close to Barack Obama, crying out loud. And I can't see Barack Obama with a mohawk and saying, I pity the
fool.
Heck, we would have probably been better if Mr. T was president anyways. So,
I pity the fool.
Anyways, time to move on. What do you got?
We saw True Grit 2.
Oh, yes, we saw True Grit, and that was no good. Compared to the book and compared to the original movie, it was a horrible rendition. Matt Damon, probably his worst movie ever. And so that's my viewpoint on that movie. And then we watched another one called The Hit Girl, which actually was rather entertaining. It seemed like bad acting in it, but actually it was the video quality because they didn't do much in the way of cleaning up the tape after making it. So if you did that with great actors and actresses, it would still come out sounding like a B movie that way.
But it was funny. A guy makes a wish by mistake and he becomes a teenage
Oh, basically
girl.
he's a hitman and he goes around killing people for hire. And he's sitting there with his niece one day and he's basically saying, I wish I had the problems that you have, you know, because his life is much more complicated, but he can't explain it to her. So it was just one of those stupid wishes, but of course it was on the statue of some Greek goddess who got quite upset by the wish and decided to grant that wish. And, well, he wakes up the next morning as a 98-pound teenage girl and doesn't have the strength or anything. And, well, it's a rather entertaining show.
I love that scene. Where's your mom? In the mail form. Keep the booze.
It was rather entertaining, and I'd recommend watching it. It wasn't grossly sexual like so many of these body swap movies can be, so it was actually rather good.
Got a light?
Yes.
There's no smoking here.
Yeah, I love that scene where they're sitting there as the 98-pound girl, and they pull out a cigar that's like that big compared to how big they are, and they're trying to get their Zippo to light, and it won't light, so they look at this one girl, and they're like, got a light? And she says there's no smoking inside. So they're like, oh, and then they just throw it away, but then they start drinking, not realizing that at 98 pounds they can't drink as much as they were, so they get themselves hammered in like no time.
Yeah, I like the scene when they're called for the audition and she's like, I'm a little hammered. That movie was funny.
It was actually a pretty decent movie. There's only the one part that I really didn't like, but you know, you take a guy and stick him in that situation, I don't know as they'd know what to do either. And that's when they went into audition for the strip club. Yeah, it sounds weird, doesn't it? But that's because the owner of the strip club or whatever was also selling teenage girls and trafficking and, you know. So he kind of went undercover to try to get inside and find out where the girls were being kept. And, well, all awkward on stage.
I love the incident when at the end with the statue when the niece cons.
Well, you don't need to give the end away.
It was good. Anyways.
Yeah. However, a lot of people probably won't watch it, but it is $2 on Amazon Prime, and you get it for like a week or more.
I've watched it 4 times.
And so, yeah, and we still want to see Despicable Me 2, haven't yet. So, you got anything else to talk about in your life?
Yes, I want to rent some movies like Despicable Me 2. I want to rent Cobb. I was talking in my own channel about waiting on a purchase from Finger Hut. Aaron made a Finger Hut wish list out.
Yeah, and it's just something I was thinking about because I'm thinking about trying to go through Finger Hut to try to build up my credit a bit, but I got other things I want to do right now, so...
I do got some minor business emails to do tomorrow that might benefit me and Aaron. I will see how that plays out and let you all know next week. Another thing on my plate is I've been looking at getting some more books on Space Switch fly rods or two-handed that are supposed to launch the fly line out better and faster, but...
And further.
But I
don't understand why to do fly fishing and go further because everything I've read says the only reason to cast far out with fly fishing is for luck.
Yes, but
because you can't aim at a fish.
The two-handed fly rods are more stable for catching steelhead and salmon.
Yeah, that might be part of it.
I was looking up some information. The other thing I want to look into, and there's not much books on it, apparently John Gurrock, I review him on this channel, did a section about Tenkara, and I look forward to reading that section when and if he gets, when and if the library brings it in. I
gotta go prepare the pasta salad soon for tonight's dinner.
Yes, we're having pasta salad and brats tonight.
And I'll be smoking a Louis DeRay cigar afterwards, and you have a Pioneer Valley to smoke.
Yes, and
unless we decide to live it up and have a Gurkha tonight. which we could do because it is a barbecue and it is a good day to just sit back after the barbecue and wait a while.
As I told Angela, who watches this channel, I'm saving, and I didn't tell her this, but she knows what I'm going to get at when I say this. But I'm saving, I think, for living it up with a Gurkha on a day when Aaron makes it up with me on Rita Day.
Ah, yes, Rita Day, which I was going to do a cake for, and I don't know what else we'll do, but...
We're going to do brats. I want to get some more of those brats if they're good. I was telling Angela this in an email. That's the other thing. I've been kept in contact with Angela, sweetheart. Another thing is me and Aaron still planning to take a trip out to Montana just to scout it out for living situation, you know, to live out there. Wyoming too this year once we figure out what's going on with his next friend coming out, who's supposedly going to be visiting. Another thing is me and Aaron, and if you're watching this, Josh, please contact Aaron. He is kind of concerned.
Yeah, I have been wondering how you're doing. I should message you again. I just figured you'd message me soon, so... Alright, well...
Anyways, back to my thing. I'm looking into getting next month a... oh man, I gotta get up and get it.
I can get it.
No. I'm looking to get... page 101.
See, we're already pre-shopping for next month. That's why I made a wish list. And I got 41 cigars I really, really, really want to try. So, and they're not all available through the same company, which kind of sucks.
The Vegas 5 cigar humidor with 30 tasties, as Cigar International says.
Yeah, well.
Anyways, we were looking at that. I was looking at almost at the back of the page, the 80 Bender cigar. That gives you 80 tasties.
Oh, 80 tasties. Yay, yay, yay.
There's just one of those pages there, but you're...
No, there was something I was looking for.
So, here's an Alec Bradley sampler. Aaron was looking at the Alex Bradley sampler the other day. Here it is. The 80 cigar sampler. Look at that.
It had to have been your book. I can't find it, though.
Yep, right there. The Bender Ender 80 cigar sampler. That is something I was looking up. I was also looking up the Man of War humidor. But we are one of these people that are pre-planning for next month.
Yeah, we're always pre-planning, which I guess that's a good thing to do. It gives it keeps us interested, keeps us doing something. But there was one of the 5 Vegases that was in one of these that I ran across. It's extremely limited edition. I thought it was at the very back of the book, but now I can't find it.
That one's a different book.
Oh, this wasn't the one I was just looking at?
Don't know. There's more than one book.
No, this is the one I was looking at.
So anyways, they gave me like 3 editions of that book, just they changed the front cover out. Anyways, I was looking at that. I'm also looking at Fingerhut and I'll get this since I'm pre-doing it for some of you viewers.
Oh, here we go. What if she falls on me?
I'm gonna get me a mini beer keg called the Krups Beer Tender that houses these little guys. Then I can have ice cold beer at home.
That's a great idea. You should do that.
And I can do it through Fingerhut, but I'm waiting for the refund check to come because I want to have the beer tender coincide with bringing in the mini beer kegs because the beer kegs are $20 a keg. Of course, a friend of mine keeps talking about me donating the little kegs so he can recycle them.
Yeah, he thinks that they're great for recycling. I don't know if they're great for recycling. But maybe they are. I don't know.
No, he's gonna go insane. The other day I was looking.
Yeah, I know. It's. I feel your pain sometimes. Oh no, that's not it.
So, anyways, the other thing I'm looking at is
I probably looked at it like a dozen times. And
two-handed fly rods. Single-handed. We're lining up some layaways. I want to tell you guys something. since it's a video about how we're doing. And Aaron can laugh at it. But this is what's left of my bills, and then I'm caught up.
Oh, not bad.
Yes, not bad at all. I'm making a payment out tomorrow, 2 payment outs tomorrow, and then that means the bill, 2 more bills get down. The one that's really pissing me off, and I want to share it with you all, is SilverScript. You heard the story, right, Aaron?
No. What's going on with SilverScript?
Prescription D coverage. They sent me a bill saying pay it or lose my drug coverage, right? Well, I got $1,200 deductible before they cover my meds. Well, Aaron saw me the other day. I crumpled it up. Then I uncrumpled it up, and he looked at me, and then I tore it up. Left in the trash can, and now it's in the dump somewhere.
Ah.
You remember
Yes,
that?
I remember
was
that.
royally pissed. That's sold out. I wanted to get a box of those, the twofers.
Yeah, so...
Anyways, he feels my pain. I was trying to find the...
yes, I remember the other day you were looking for something. I'm like, why are you looking for that? Just stop looking for it
Yeah,
already.
exactly.
And
It was
you're like, no, I have to find it. And
that one guy that's the writer. Remember we were looking at that, and I wanted the price.
that might be. No, that's the 5 Vegas Miami. So
They're made in America, if you didn't know.
What, 5 Vegases?
5 Vegas Miamis.
Oh. Yeah, it's a 5 Vegas Limitado 10th, which is only available for 1 year, and it's an extreme limited number of cases that they made. And I figured I'd have no problem because I thought it was at the back of the book. But then I open it up and it's like, huh? I can't find it. That's actually the rarest cigar I want to get in my collection of cigars that I put together. And now
This
I
one's
can't find it.
Macanudo.
Yeah, well, it wasn't in there. They don't even carry 5 Vegas in there. Oh, I should get those. I didn't even notice. Greycliff Turbos. The G2s. Somehow I missed that one entirely.
So, yeah, anyways.
Oh, here we go. 5 Vegas. So far, I can't find Vegas in here at all. How wonderful is that?
For the low, low price of $125.
Yeah, see, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. I know they're in here somewhere. I just cannot find them.
I've never seen them in that book. There's 2 editions to this cigar. That's the limited Tata 10th, and then they have the limited Tata 2013 edition.
Yeah. Well, there's a new one each year. And so I definitely want to try it, but I can't remember which catalog it was in now. I remember where it was roughly on my wish list, so given that, I know that it was, you know, along the lines of later in... Because I looked at that one first, then I looked at this one.
Well, they're both the same.
No.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not. This one is Thompson. That's Cigar International.
Ah, Cigar International or Thompson sells those?
I don't know.
See, I was going insane looking for this the other day. The Mark Twain's right here. And I knew it was in a book. I kept saying it. By the way, bringing that up, I want some cigars. Victor St. Clair bottle caps. So, but...
See, when I put those down, I put them down right after, oh yeah, that's right, 5 Vegas Gold Maduro. Yeah, I put them down after putting down the San Latano Habanos and the Fallen Angels. It might have been the very back of this book somewhere in there.
No, my father's, so those are pretty good.
Because I think Fallen Angels are only in here too. And I think the San Latanos are only in there. So I have no idea. Because right after that I went to Aging Room Quattros, which I think were in the other book.
Well,
Yeah, so this was my list of my 40 wishes for cigars. And some of them I may never be able to get on here. There's one on here that's like a $40 cigar. Somewhere on here. And I can get 5 of those Vegas Limitadas for $40, and I was thinking about doing that, but it probably wouldn't be worth my money to do that. Anyways, oh, here they are.
Oh, right in the back.
I told you, right. How many times did I look at that and not see it?
You were looking at the other one.
Oh, well, you said they're the same.
Pretty much.
They weren't the same.
Well, then why is it that if you go to that book, in this book, you move to page 101, it's the same for the cigar thing?
Yeah, but here it's Villagers.
Yeah, but go to page 101.
Okay, so yeah, it's the same on that. So they partially reprinted the entire thing.
Mm-hmm. See?
But it's not a complete perfect because there is a new one at the back of that.
They
so
gave me
that's why I couldn't find it. That you were partially responsible for me going insane.
No, I was not. Anyways, those
and we allowed our friends to all go insane watching us go insane for the last 5 minutes, and they're probably sitting there, hurry up and find what it is you're looking for already. That's only if you're a diehard fan that's got to watch every minute of everything we say, which I doubt there's any of you in existence. But, you know, people don't even watch all my cigar videos. I look at the notes on it, and the average for most of mine is like 25 seconds out of like an 8-minute video. So that's just wonderful. I may have a lot of watches, but I'm averaging 25 seconds on it. That doesn't make me very happy, but then again, I don't care. I don't do it for, you know, all the views and things. I do it for those who want to learn something and are willing to watch. I know this channel here, we don't always do something you learn from. I mean, today's has been just a bunch of junk. But if you tune into my cigar reviews, I actually give a lot of history on the cigar companies, or a history of that particular cigar, or the history of the founders or owners of the cigar company, or other little tidbits of information about cigars in general. So it's not just a review. In fact, I suck at doing the reviews, but I am good at looking up the research and giving some history.
I am actually happy my local grocery store is bringing this in now here in town. It's called the Woodinville Whiskey, Bourbon Whiskey. This stuff is really good. This is batch number 1, bottle number 820. It's micro.
It's good to hit people in the head with it.
And this is from my hometown of Woodinville, Washington. And I like it because I challenge him half the time when he says, no, this is artificial cork.
I didn't say this is artificial cork. No, this is real cork. I'm sorry. I don't know where you get that this one's artificial. There is one that we saw that I said was artificial, and that's not this one.
Anyways, I'm happy about that. You know, my future purchases, cigars already, some samplers. Whiskey is in the mix. Beer tenders in the mix. Some kitchen appliances is in the mix. Train tickets. Oh, one of the plans before I ship out is me and Aaron were talking about going to Lexington. Lexington.
Oh, yes, I guess we talked about that briefly. I don't know yet.
It might be a good idea taking the bus out to Lexington, or the train partially, and then go from there down to Lexington, because we're looking at taking the trip maybe at Christmas time 2014 to visit a friend for a couple days. I've also offered to take care of the
and for tonight we're messing around with a Suddenly Salad Caesar, which we've never tried before, but that's because they didn't have the flavors we usually get.
Oh.
So I figured, why not give this a try?
Yeah, otherwise I can go to the store and get macaroni salad.
I'm going to start making this.
So, with that said, like I said, we might be looking into going to Lexington to visit a friend.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So with that said, please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments in the box. Please add us, subscribe, and leave feedback. Thank you. And may God bless the world.